Hey everyone, it's the sourcing guy, and today we're going to go into more advanced, less obvious tactics for negotiating with your Chinese or overseas suppliers once you already have the relationship with them and been working with them for a few months. Now, I'm not saying these tips won't help you when you're starting with a new supplier, but really what I'm trying to focus on here is how to improve the relationship and improve the pricing and the terms once you already have a great factory that you've been working with for a while.
Hey there, I'm Isaac, the sourcing guy and founder and CEO of Imprint Genius, and I've been running a sourcing agency for the last decade. I've traveled all around the world sourcing over 1,000 products, and I built this channel to be able to teach you all my tips and tricks for sourcing products.
The first tip is about projections. Instead of asking for pricing on an order basis, make a document showing your historic growth and show your projections over the next year. So instead of you negotiating for 1,000 units, it might be that you're negotiating for 12,000 units or 15,000 units over the next 12 months, which will just equate to 1,000 unit roughly orders. Now, this projection is not a binding agreement or a binding document, but it gives you a lot more leverage to negotiate with. I learned the importance of projections from my family owning a factory in China my whole life. Having stable production for a factory is incredibly important because you have tons and tons of fixed costs as a factory and you have employees to pay. If you don't have enough work, you can dip below your fixed costs and you can lose money. And you have too much work, you have to go and get temp staff, you have to pay overtime. In the past, our factory has taken projects nearly at cost just because it had consistent volume that will fill our production schedule. The other benefit of this is that suppliers are gonna be more likely to give you the better terms if they see a clear potential for increased orders. This is a relationship that you're building with them. So they wanna invest in you just like you're investing in them. So if you're enjoying the content and want to take your sourcing game to the next level, then you have to check out our sourcing school. For the first time ever, I'm opening up and showing all of my secrets and methods that we use at my sourcing agencies. Not only do you get access to our exact sourcing blueprint, but you also get access to our internal factory database, which has the factories behind some of the best brands in the world. Join our live weekly mentorship calls, community, and more to supercharge your sourcing game. My next tip is to become true friends with your suppliers. Now, the best way to do this is going to be to fly to China or wherever they're at and meet them in person. But if you can't do that, then give them updates like they're your actual friends. So send them pictures of you at a sporting event. Send them a picture of you at the bar with your friends. Send them pictures of you when you have big life updates, pictures of your pet. What this does is build an out-of-office friendship. And if they see you as a friend, they want you as a friend to succeed. And they want to keep that friendship. They want that cool foreign friend that's going to go and send them pictures of them at the bar. They want to be able to go out with you and party with you when you go visit them in China. And honestly, that's the thing that people don't realize. They think, oh my God, I have to be so professional and make them seem like I'm this big hotshot buyer. And yes, it's important when you're first working with them. But now you have a relationship. And now what matters is you just having a true friendship and being different from all the other buyers. The next tip is do your homework. You gotta leverage market research and understand current pricing and trends. Do you know the raw materials of your product and if the pricing has been going down or up? Utilize this information to negotiate better. You can utilize global trade reports that can provide so many valuable insights into your specific product and allow you to negotiate more competitively. All right, this next strategy is something that a lot of people seem to be really scared to do, and it's to create competitive pressure. So what you need to be doing here is show supplier quotes that you might be getting from their competitors. And you might think, oh my God, that's so disrespectful. Like, how are they gonna relate? Maybe they're gonna stop working with me. No, you wanna use this pricing as a reference to negotiate against. And most importantly, they have to have the pressure that they can lose you. Honestly, if a supplier knows that you don't have any other options, they're then most likely to actually screw you on pricing or just in general in the relationship. Don't think that the factory is gonna hate you for going and sending over other quotes. So a lot of people think that this might ruin the relationship or tarnish it by going and showing that you're working with other factories, but it's really not. And a common way that they're gonna go and rebuttal against the pricing you sent them is they're gonna go and say, oh, well, the quality is different, or, there's different materials. And that's why it's super important to build a tech pack or spec sheet when you're going and getting pricing. I give a full breakdown on how to build these tech packs and spec sheets in my full product sourcing course, which is available now. So now if you can show the factory that all the pricing you got from other factories is utilizing your exact spec sheet, they have a lot less leverage to be able to go and say, oh, this is for a different product. Because now you're comparing apples to apples and their apple is way too expensive. My next tip is to bundle your requests. Instead of negotiating item by item, package a bunch of things together. This can make it easier for suppliers to say yes to the whole package for negotiating rather than negotiating each point separately. For example, ask for better prices, improved payment terms, improved quality, and faster delivery times all at once. Because either way, they're gonna have to go to their superiors a lot of times to go and get that approved. So if you can go and give them the projections that you're gonna be doing and saying, look, we can commit all this volume to you over the next year, but these are all the things we need, they can then take all the different variables together and then negotiate against it. Maybe they say, look, we can go and we can make the pricing that you're looking for, but we can't improve your terms. Well, now that's negotiating back and forth, and now you might be able to take away part of what you're asking for but still get everything else that you're looking for. Versus if you went to them and you're just like, hey, I'm looking for better pricing, right now the only way is either they give you better pricing or they don't. But because you're asking for multiple things, you can pull little elements out of the actual negotiation and end up with a better conclusion faster. Lastly, when negotiating with factories overseas or in China, it's best to negotiate face-to-face. Now, you can go and fly all the way to China, and it's going to be very worth your time and your effort to go and do that and build the relationships. But if you can't meet them in person, try a video call instead of emails. You can utilize WeChat, which is like the WhatsApp of China, and hop on a video call with them. But it's important to remember that people can be very agreeable over the phone, especially in Chinese business. So if you go and get something over the phone, quickly send them an email or a WeChat message confirming all of the details and finalize all the points you negotiated. So I'm hoping you can go and take these same tips, apply them to your existing factories, build strong relationships, and have a ton of fun doing it. Make sure to follow me at The Sourcing Guy on all socials for more sourcing tips. And for all my product sourcing tips and my exact protocol on how we source products successfully for our customers, go to thesourcingguy.com where we have my full product sourcing course, which is now available. It's an exact protocol that you can follow to source like a pro and find the best possible pricing, as well as teach you all about product sourcing.